Welcome to Murderous Midwest. I'm Abby,
And this is Eleanor.
and today we are talking about the Anthony Sowell case.
A little trigger warning before we start. This case discusses a lot of triggering, triggering events such as trigger warning, abuse, and sexual assault. If any of this is triggering to you, please move along. We will see you next episode. We do not want any of our content causing you any problems.
Exactly. So, Eleanor, tell us your story.
Okay. Anthony witnessed a lot of abuse over his childhood. Since his mother was taking care of his cousins after her sudden passing away from a terminal illness, the abuse mainly happened to the cousins. The mother reportedly abused them with an electrical wire. When he got older, he began sexually assaulting his young niece on a daily basis for 2 years straight, along with other family members.
Wow.
Every single day.
And this is a child? Like, she's young?
Yeah, like a child.
How old was he?
Elementary.
Do you know? Was he young? Was he older?
They just said young adult
Oh, wow. Okay.
on a daily basis.
That's so sad.
To get out of his deteriorating town, he joined the military, as many men did during that time, because it was definitely, the town's fault.
Oh, yeah.
In 1978, at age 18, he became a Marine in South Carolina. He then got more training to become an electrician there. He was a Marine for 7 years in total. He got a Good Conduct Medal with 1 Service Star, along with various other awards.
You're joking.
Good conduct.
Good. This man got good conduct?
Yeah. Because, he's such a great guy. He got married to another Marine and started developing a drinking problem. They soon divorced. So, supposedly, she only married him because she pitied him.
Is that a direct quote from her?
That's a direct quote. She only married him because she pitied him.
Please don't marry people because you pity them, people.
He returned home to find a poverty-stricken town. It was now a drug-filled place with decaying infrastructure. So I was looking at pictures of this town, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I looked at it before, and it was like a middle-class place, kind of like Orion, except it was a bigger city. And it had turned into, honestly, a scary place where you would, hold your purse close.
Wow. Okay, so, this town, this was after he left, it started,
Yeah, deteriorating.
Was he big in the community? Do you know?
It didn't seem so.
Okay.
His house kind of was, the house with all the kids.
Oh, okay.
And so
I see.
his drinking problem only got worse when he returned home. He became, quote-unquote, an angry person, to say the least.
Wow.
He began having troubles with the law for domestic violence against more than one woman. In 1989, a woman who was 3 months pregnant visited his house.
Okay, so, pause. Did she, know about, him? I don't know, did she know him?
We don't really know. He did have he was known later on to pick up women by offering them drugs and cocaine.
Okay.
Free cocaine and drinks and
Okay.
cigarettes.
And is this, after he's been in the town for a while, or is this, right when he gets back? He's like, hey.
This is about a year after he returned.
Okay, so she went willingly.
Yes.
Okay.
Which, why would you do that?
Exactly. Why would you go to, I don't know.
So while she was there, keep in mind, she is 3 months pregnant. While she was there, she was bound and tied with a belt and then had a cloth shoved into her mouth. She said to the police, "He choked me real hard because my body started tingling. I thought I was going to die."
Oh my gosh.
He was caught and charged with kidnapping, trigger warning, rape, and attempted rape. He pleaded guilty in 1989 and was charged with 15 years in prison.
15 years?
15 years.
Rightfully so.
He was released in 2005, which means that we were walking around with this guy in this world while we were little kids. Just walking around with him in the world.
That's terrifying, because that was the year, most of us were born by then. I mean, I guess there's a couple people that maybe weren't born by then.
I was born in 2006.
Yeah, I was born 2006 personally, so I was only born a year after this man was let out.
And so you were walking around as a child with this man in the world.
That's terrifying.
After he left prison, he worked in a factory for about 2 years before he started getting unemployment checks. His neighbor said that he made his money by selling scrap metal. The same neighbors complained to the health department multiple times about a bad smell in the neighborhood. Okay, so get this. He was on dating websites, right? And he reportedly said that he was a master looking for a submissive person to train.
This is like a quote from him? Like
This is a quote from one of
this?
his dating websites to get women.
Okay, imagine like you're scrolling on a dating website. Okay, put yourself in these people's shoes. Imagine you're scrolling on a dating website, okay, and you see what is it? I'm a master looking for a submissive person to train. What would you do?
File a restraining order without even meeting him?
Yeah, no,
oh my gosh.
think I would be really creeped
Yeah.
out. That's terrifying. I wonder if like anybody
Reported him?
truly matched with him. They saw that and they were like, yes, give me some of that.
Who knows?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So Lori Frazier lived with him. So he goes to jail, right? And so he's out of jail at this point.
Mhm.
So Lori Frazier, which I don't think I'm saying her name right.
Lorio Frazier.
Oh, look at me go. Lived with him. Guys, give me grace on names. They do not go very well for me. Lived with him when he got out of prison and said that she smelled decaying bodies, which of course he blamed on many things, such as it was his stepmom living there, and when she moved out, it was the meat shop next door. He blamed it on his stepmom.
He blamed it on his stepmom. I'm surprised he didn't use the old, like, Dahmer trick. You know, my fridge broke and the meat in it is gone bad. You know? Like, because so many people have used that. That's surprising.
Well, they had a meat store next to them, so he was able to just blame it on that.
Yeah, because that's totally what that is.
During this time, there were a lot of women who were missing. They had quite a few main commonalities. Trigger warning here. Battling with drug addiction, prostitutes, black women, and they were usually all middle-aged.
Okay, so he has this kind of, like, vague type.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter as long as they're female and, like, middle-aged, right? And, like,
Well,
have
he
issues.
only had darker African-American women.
oh, so he only targeted African.
Yeah.
Okay.
These, like, all of his victims that we later find only match under all these.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He doesn't really have more of a type. Because, scums only can do so much.
Exactly.
So, there were some reports of other women being sexually assaulted by him before his eventual arrest, but none filed police reports that went anywhere, which is just honestly depressing.
So, like, these women came to the police and they were like, I have been, trigger warning, raped. I have been, like, sexually abused. And
But-
the cops didn't do anything about it?
No, because of the town that they were living in, it was quite, common for this to happen.
That's awful.
Yeah, and so they just didn't really go anywhere.
So, do you think, like, it was him? Like, there were so many reports of just him? Or do you think it could have been, like, a bunch of different people?
It was most likely just a report of a bunch of different people that they just got lost in the mix,
Wow.
which
Okay.
is just awful.
That is terrible.
Okay, now to the discovery of all 11 of his victims.
11?
11!
11. How wonderful.
So on September 2009, he brought over Latondra Billups to his house for some drinks, which, again, why? So she told the police that he became volatile after a few drinks. Trigger warning, he began to rape her right before she passed out.
Okay, so, like, we're getting borderline necrophiliac. For anybody who doesn't know what that means, it's somebody who has sexual intercourse with dead bodies, and
Yeah.
it's not good.
The police got a search warrant on October 29th, 2009. So obviously she went and fought
Good.
for this man to
Okay.
be put in prison. Which I went and I tried to find if she survived or didn't, and she did survive, which was wonderful.
Yes.
When arriving at his home, he was not to be located, but they found him 2 days later.
So, like, do you think he might have tried to, like, run? Like, do you think he knew?
I don't think he knew. I honestly
Or
think
he
that
just, like,
was,
happened to not be there?
I just think he wasn't there,
Mm.
and then was like, oh, it's probably fine for me to go back.
Okay.
Okay, let's go into searching his house because they got a search warrant.
Wow.
Remember? First they searched the house. They found a gruesome sight. First they found 2 women buried in a shallow grave in the basement. There were 4 other women found on the 3rd floor in the home in a small crawl space. So once they found these, they were like, okay, we're tearing apart this entire house.
That is a lot.
Oh, just wait. Let's see. We have on the 3rd floor. There were 3 of them. Yeah, no, 4 of them found in the crawl space. And then they dug through the backyard. They found 3 more bodies and part of remains to a 4th.
Did they ever find the rest of it?
No.
They never found.
They don't know where the rest of the 4th went. So maybe.
So like even still today, like they've just never found it.
No, they don't know where the other part is.
Oh.
Parts, I should say. It
Wow.
was interestingly.
Do they know like how he did it? Like, do they know if he did it a certain way, or like did he ever fess up to that?
It shows that they were raped before.
So that's
on
like
their bodies.
that's like all they know is that.
That's all I could find. All the
Oh,
women.
wow.
So, and then they found a skull in a bucket inside the house, which he reportedly tried to hide.
He tried to hide it?
Yeah. While they were searching his house.
So he knew he was caught and he was like, I'm just gonna hide this one for safekeeping. Like,
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
I
don't even
wonder
have,
if he was like, oh, they can't prove it's me. Let me just hide
Hides
this one.
bucket. That's insane.
All
Like,
of this brought the body count to about 11 women.
oh my.
This
So-
is not including the countless women, trigger warning, that he raped.
Yeah.
Not including them.
Do they have like an estimate for how many?
No.
They don't.
Not
Is
that
it
I
a
found.
big number, a small number?
It's a pretty big number. I heard a couple different
Not-
stories.
Not saying like
right, that it doesn't matter.
like it doesn't matter if he did it big or small. Like it's not good either way. But seriously.
So there was some reports, but they were a little uneven. They're a little shaky. I wasn't able to find
any solid
any
ones?
solid
Okay.
evidence, but there was reports of women seeing the bodies and him telling them that they were too nice for them to die.
Oh my! So he like let these? He
Yeah.
like let them go?
Yeah.
And do you know if they ever went to the police?
So he didn't directly say that. He says, "You guys are too nice for what I'm about to do to you," and let them go.
What?
And these were women battling with
Issues,
drug addiction
yeah.
and
So they had like their own
A lot.
personal problems going
Right.
on, and so he like targeted these women. You're saying as...
he was known to lure the women by offering free cocaine to do with them.
Okay then.
That's nice, right?
Yeah, totally.
At the time of his arrest, he was 50 years old.
50 years
Yeah,
old.
50. His original trial date was June 2nd, 2010, but it got pushed back so many times that it wasn't officially done until June 6th, 2011.
So it took them a whole year.
Yeah.
So this happened in like 2009. They had like this report filed in 2009, and 2010 is when the court date was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's already a year. And so it got pushed back another year.
It got pushed back like at least 4 or 5 times.
Oh my gosh.
Until
So he's like just slipping by a thread here. Like
And
he's so
then-
close to going to court.
And so then he goes on June 6th, 2011. Let's just re-say that. Sorry. June 6th. What is pronunciation? 2011. This is not a laughing matter. It's just with serious topics like that, you can't really do anything
You can't
more.
take it all.
And
Yeah.
it was awful to research this.
I'm sure. Oh
His
my gosh.
victims ages ranged from 24 to 53.
So he has this wide age range.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Most likely
Okay.
the 24 and young 30-year-olds that he trigger warning raped and brutally murdered
Okay.
were earlier, and then as he got older, he started targeting older women
Okay.
because he couldn't get the young ones anymore.
That's awful.
Yeah, he was charged with 11 counts of aggravated murder, 74 counts of rape, and tampering with evidence, kidnapping, and abuse of a corpse.
Oh, so Is the tampering with evidence, is that the bucket?
Yeah. That was the bucket.
So they saw him trying to hide this bucket and they were like, boom, tampering with evidence.
And it also, so I've read up on that because while I was reviewing my script, I was like, I wonder. And it also, you can get abuse of a corpse and tampering with evidence when you do something with a corpse.
Wow.
So
let's talk about this, how many counts of rape this man was charged
74 counts.
74.
We'll go back into his details later on about all of his charges that he died with.
Yeah, no, that's...
He pleaded not guilty
Not good.
by reason of insanity, but later changed his plea to simply not guilty.
He said, I'm insane. You can't say I'm guilty because
I'm
a
insane.
wacko. And then he was like, you know what, never mind.
You know what? Never mind. I don't think you can actually prove this. Oops.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He tried, y'all.
He tried. He was later recommended the death penalty by Judge Dick Ambrose, which already favorite person by doing that.
Oh, yes. So
And put on
This is
death
like-
row.
it was recommended, or they said, like, you are put on death row. Like, that was his charge?
It was later after his trial that they reopened the case, that somebody reopened the case and
Okay.
recommended him for death trial.
Okay.
Because it was first in prison
Yeah.
for life, and then they're like, let's open this back up.
Yeah. No. Okay.
So he was put on death row and imprisoned in, do you want to do that, Abby?
The Chillicothe.
Chillicothe Correctional Institution. On January 21st, 2021, he began receiving end-of-life care at Franklin Medical Center for Terminal Illness, which I looked at the end of care because I was like, I swear, if he gets like this pushy lifestyle after what he did, I'm going to be really upset.
It's like
And
nice,
he
lavish.
did it, like lavish lifestyle.
Yeah.
I was going to be really upset. It isn't. It's just prison with medicine.
Well, that's good, I guess. But so he had this terminal illness. Did you ever just like figure out what it was?
No. I could not get a hold of his medical records. They just only would tell me it was terminal illness.
Okay. So
He died on February 8th in Columbus, Ohio, in 2021.
he died this year.
He died this year.
So what? If he was like in his 50s, right? In 11, he was around like 60 years old.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So if this, I don't understand. Like, so he's died at around 60 years old, right?
Right, from a terminal illness.
Terminal illness. Okay.
So, shall we hear his final convictions that he died with?
Oh, of course.
Buckle in. Ready? Okay. 10 counts of aggravated murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, 11 counts of abuse of corpse, 11 counts of tampering with evidence, 1 count of aggravated murder, 3 counts of attempted murder, 4 counts of rape, and 1 count of attempted rape.
Wow. Wow. So I think it's not funny, but this 11 counts of tampering with evidence is pretty comical.
Yep, they're like, well, not only did you abuse the corpse, but you also try to move it and hide it.
You tried to hide it from us. 11 counts of tampering with evidence.
No, if we count up all the tampering with evidence, we have 11 counts. Then we have, I believe we have another count passed on. And
Okay.
so there's a couple repeating counts that they just put in separate cases.
That's awesome.
And
I mean,
so,
it's not, but like it is.
I know, he got what he deserved.
Oh, yes.
Completely and utterly.
Yes.
But also, this was just awful to research.
Yeah.
I just went for the next one on our list, guys, without knowing who this guy was.
Yeah. No.
And it
This
was so depressing. And I got to see his on YouTube. You can look up his court case. They have, since it was earlier on, you can watch it on video.
awesome.
The audio is a little shaky, but you can understand everything.
Yeah.
It's better if you put on subtitles.
Okay.
And you can watch his court case unfold.
Wow. That would be...
And he is honestly, I do not try to wish death upon anyone, but also not mad that he died.
Yeah. No. So... is there, like, a certain way that he talked in court? Like, do you know? Did he, like, talk like he was, like, I shouldn't be here, I didn't do anything? Like, was he stuck up, you know?
Oh my gosh,
Like,
I
what's
don't
the
want
way-
to put... Okay.
I don't want to, like, put
talked.
words into your mouth, but, like,
No,
how
he
is
talked. I just don't want to be like, he talked like he was, I don't want to be racist, like hood. Very like, you know what, I didn't do nothing, and I don't want to talk about nothing, and
He was very much so, like, did he, like, deny everything, or what? Did he confess?
He confessed.
He confessed? Okay.
Yeah, he confessed.
At least we can give that to him.
Oh, yeah. That's just so much better, because, you know, he confessed.
Oh, yeah, no.
Forgiving everything now.
No, that's not what I'm saying, but,
Forgiving everything now.
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
No.
But you mentioned our list, and speaking of our list, the next one is a very special episode, and so it might be a little bit longer than this one is, but it has a lot of information, and it'll be very interesting, so you guys should stick around.
We have learned a lot about this special killer.
Yeah, this special person.
Special person from the Midwest.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I want to hear your guys' thoughts.
Exactly.
Were you disgusted by this as much as I was? Did you think this one was worse than our last one? Because I personally do. We started really light with that first one.
Yeah, no. And do you guys think, like, he got what he deserved? Do you think he should have more? Do you agree with it, what he got? Let us know.
Do you wish that he died on death row instead of in the prison?
Yeah.
Because I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Just let us know what you guys think.
I want to hear your guys' opinions.
Exactly.
Also, again, if you have any murders for us, if you have any unsolved cases for us,
let us know, because we would love to research it for you guys and have everybody know about it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.
Bye.